Good morning, students. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is chapter 10, straight lines. So in first of all we will revise few points which we have discussed, which you have read in class 10th in coordinate geometry. The distance between 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2 is given by under root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. For example, if you have to find the distance between 6 minus 4 and 3 0, then this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So the distance will be 3 minus 6 whole square plus 0 plus 4 whole square, that is 9 plus 16 under root, that is 5 units. Then you have also studied how to find the coordinates of a point which divides the given line segment joining the 2 points internally in the ratio m/n. The formula for this is mx2 plus nx1 upon n plus n, and y coordinate will be given by my2 plus ny1 upon n plus n. Suppose we want to find the coordinates of a point which divides the line segment joining 1 minus 3 and minus 3 9 internally in the ratio 1/3. So this is m, this is n, and this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So it is given by x equal to m, that is 1 into x2. x2 is minus 3 plus n is 3 here, and y1 x1, that is 1 here, divided by m plus n, that is 1 plus 3. So it is 0. Similarly, we will find y, m is 1, y2 is 9 plus n is 3 and y1 is minus 3 divided by m plus n. This is also 0. So that point is 0 0, that is the origin which divide it internally in the ratio 1/3. If m equal to n means the given point is the midpoint of the line segment, then its coordinates will be given by x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Then you have also studied how to find the area of triangle whose vertices are given by x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3. It is given by half modulus x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. For example, if you want to find the coordinates area of a triangle with coordinates 4 4, 3 minus 2 and minus 3 16, then it will be half modulus 4 into y2 is minus 2 minus y3 is 16, so minus 2 minus 16 plus 3, that is x2, into y3 minus y1, that is 16 minus 4 हो जाएगा यहाँ 16, and this is y1 plus x3, that is minus 3 here, and then y1 minus y2, y1 is 4 and y2 is minus 2, so it becomes 4 plus 2. So the area will be 27. Now we start how to find the slope of a line and what is the slope of a line. When you draw a line in a coordinate plane, then the line forms two angles with the x-axis. If suppose this is theta, then this becomes 180 minus theta. The two angles, they forms a linear pair, means they are supplementary. Now the angle theta which this line makes with a positive direction of x-axis measured clockwise, measured anti-clockwise is called the inclination of the line. कोई भी लाइन एक्स एक्सिस के पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन के साथ एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में जो एंगल बनाएगी, दैट इज कॉल्ड द इंक्लिनेशन, एंड टेंजेंट ऑफ इट इज कॉल्ड इट्स स्लोप. Now if a line is parallel to x-axis, it means if the angle theta will be 0, because if this line is parallel to x-axis, then theta is 0, and it means its inclination is 0. And inclination of a particular line, like this y-axis, any particular line, inclination of any particular line will be 90 degree, क्योंकि वो परपेंडिकुलर होगी तो इसलिए थीटा 90 हो जाएगा. Slope is, that is tan theta, it is also called the gradient of the line. It is also called the gradient or slope of the line. So if theta is 90 degree, then since tan 90 is not defined, it means in that case the slope of the line is not defined. Generally, slope of the line, it is denoted by small m. This is the general notation for writing the slope of a line. Now slope of x-axis will be 0, क्योंकि theta 0 हो जाएगा, and tan 0 is 0. And the slope of y-axis is not defined because tan 90 is not defined. Now, how to find the slope of a line joining two points px1 y1 and pqx2 y2? For this, we draw perpendicular from q on x-axis and pm perpendicular on qr. Now, this distance is x2, and so this is and the distance, if you draw perpendicular from p on ox also, then that will be x1. So the pm will be x2 minus x1 and qm will be, ये पूरा y2 है और ये आपका y1 है, so qm is equal to y2 minus y1. So if this line is making angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis, this angle will also be theta because pm is parallel to x. So tan theta from this triangle PQM will be equal to QM upon PM, that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So when the coordinates of 2 points on the line is given as x1 y1 x2 y2, then the slope is found by y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. If the line is making an obtuse angle with the positive direction of x-axis, then this will be 180 minus theta. So this angle will also be 180 minus theta. So in that case, tangent 180 minus theta is qm upon mp, that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. But tangent 180 minus theta is minus tan theta. So you get minus tan angle MPQ is equal to minus of MQ divided by MP, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So in both the cases we found that the slope is same, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, whether the line is making acute angle with the x-axis or the obtuse angle with the x-axis. Now next one is, here this MP is x1 minus x2 है ना, ये MP की वैल्यू x1 minus x2 थी. Now what is the condition for parallelism and perpendicularity of lines in terms of their slopes? Now suppose L1 and L2 lines, they are parallel and making angle alpha and beta with the positive direction of x-axis measuring anti-clockwise. Then if the lines are parallel, these two angles will be equal because these are forming corresponding angles, and we know that if the lines are parallel then corresponding angles are equal. It means alpha equal to beta, so tan alpha is also equal to tan beta. It means m1 equal to m2, that is the slope of the first line is equal to the slope of the second line. So this is the condition for parallelism of two lines. Now if the two lines, they are perpendicular, suppose L1 and L2 are perpendicular to each other, and L1 is making angle alpha with positive direction of x-axis measured anti-clockwise, L2 is making an angle beta with positive direction of x-axis measuring anti-clockwise, then beta is equal to alpha plus 90, because the opposite angle to it will also be of 90 degree, vertically opposite angles, and beta is equal to alpha plus 90 by exterior angle property. So tangent beta is equal to tangent alpha plus 90, and tan 90 plus alpha is minus cot alpha, so we get tan beta equal to minus cot alpha, that is minus 1 upon tangent alpha, and tangent beta is the slope of the second line, that is m2, tangent alpha is the slope of the first line, that is m1, so we get m2 equal to minus 1 upon m1, or we can say m1 m2 equal to minus 1. So this is the condition for perpendicularity of two lines. If the two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their slopes is minus 1. That's all for today.